following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Oh, look who we have.
It's a beautiful day. Got our man, Jim from Minneapolis. We gonna take it by storm?
Taking it by storm, baby.
I love that. That's a great saying, man. Hey, what's happening, brother?
Good morning, gentlemen. How you guys doing today?
Good, man. Yourself?
Oh, man. It's been the most incredible couple of days since when I called in on Friday, Litecoin busted out of that consolidation on the 2-hour chart.
Okay.
And it just never looked back. It did a 100-point ABC up, and now it's very extended the way I look at it. But holy, I mean, it went up to $420 last night.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. It's a TGIF, folks. Let's make it a great one. Yesterday's gone. Tomorrow's not here. What are you doing right now? Market wise, let's take a look at it. We have the Dow up 154, NASDAQ up 46, S&P's up 13, all new all-time highs. First week of trading, guess what? Goes topside in a big way. Gold contract flat, $13.21.30. Silver flat, $17.26. Bottom line, folks, it couldn't knock down gold on a continual basis all week long. What does it do? Takes out its swing point, has the volume beyond the move. As it takes over the swing point, 1365 is on the way. We're at 1321 right now. Oil down a half a buck, 50 cents, $61.49 a barrel. Also been strong all week. 10-year note down 5 ticks, trading 123.16. 30-year bond down 15, 151.27. We get over here and we take a look at this 10-year note. This is absolutely phenomenal. Now, it got out of its higher trading range and has not come back inside it. That being said, guess what, folks? We got to 123.28 today. You did 1.2 million shares, contracts rather. This baby's going to go right back inside it because guess what? It's pushing against the getting back inside it versus going downtown. Downtown, it hasn't even got close to the aspect of this, the low that was established out here. And we're talking about the low that was established. We're talking about the low that was established on the 21st of December, which is 123.12. King dollar, we take a look at King dollar. King dollar, lots of volatility out here today. We had the jobs number come out, decent jobs number. Bottom line, that moved gold, moved bonds, moved the dollar. Dollar failed on price and volume. You've done 13,000 contracts out here. You're up 8 ticks. You're at 91,665. This baby is building cause to get down into the September 8th low. The September 8th low being 90.680. It's a big number, man. This is pretty amazing. So what you're going to have on the dollar is that you get a failure today. You have a weekly that is basically got to a low of 91,470. We'll see how it handles the September 8th low. That September 8th low is 90.680. And what that sets up, if you take that out with volume, you get a monster ABC structure on the way down. And that number, that projection is into the 82 number, folks. It's a big number. S&Ps. Let's go take a look at the cash S&P. Cash S&P, first week of the year. Bottom line, we started out at a price point of 26.73. You're at 27.36. Dow Industrials also topside the first week of the year. Dow Industrials started out at a price point of 24,700. You're at 25,229. We take a look at the composite, and the composite was the first one that basically took off, folks. Okay, the NASDAQ composite was the leader the first Tuesday and Wednesday slowed down a bit, yesterday and today, but you can expect that. The composite went from 69.03 to 71.24. The NDX 100 also led the market up. NDX 100 is up $56 right now. We just went from 63.96 to 66.41. So you went up almost 100 points. What is still out here, which hasn't got into a new high yet, and it's been struggling in a huge way, is the small caps, the Russell 2000. The Russell 2000 each and every day has been trying to get up into this high that was generated out here on December 4th. That high is 1564.70. Bottom line is that what you have there, we'll find out why the Russell just can't handle it. If we take a look at the IWM, out here, what you're going to see is the IWM out here today. You're up 1 penny right now. You're trading 154.48. On the weekly basis, what has happened with the IWM is this. The IWM on the weekly basis looks like it's going to fail. So what we've done is this. You got up to, on the weekly, you got up to $155.15. You got over the swing of the 22nd. Right now, we're trading 154.48. If you close under the 154.77, that's basically a failure. And you can see, there's a whole different animal happening in these small caps. Not quite sure why, but bottom line, that's what you have. There's no two ways about it. Yes, it's testing, retesting on a continual basis, and thus far, it's failed. Some of the higher volume stocks out here today, this is what you have happening in the market. We have GE flat, that's trading $18.51. Square has some juice underneath it, that's up 270, trading at 40.81. You get Snap down 16 cents, $14.25. You get Sprint up 16 cents, trading $11.79. We get over and we take a look at some of these Dow stocks here. Dow stocks, which percentage-wise, here, let's look at the percentage-wise. So percentage-wise, what you have, the Dow Industrials today is up 0.6%. NASDAQ is 0.6. S&P's 0.4. We get over and we take a look at the strength versus the weakness inside the Dow Industrials. This is what you have. The mover out here today, always the large numbered stocks, that's for sure. You have Boeing putting 67 positive points into the Dow. You have United Health putting 25 points. You have Caterpillar putting 15. Visa's putting 14. Taken away from it, you got Goldman Sachs taking away 10. You get J.P. Morgan taking away 5. Disney taking away 4. Travelers taking away 3. Inside the NDX 100, what do we have? Inside the NDX 100, the strength out here is Xilinx. That's up 5%, or 366. You got Electronic Arts up 4.5%, 491. JD.com up 4%. Taken away from it, you got Ultra Salon down 2%. Lumina is down 2.3. Checkpoint Software is off 2. It's Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow Industrials up 156. NASDAQ up 43. S&P's up 13. We're coming right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get 'em, folks.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow Industrials right now are trading up 166. You get the Nasdaq up 43. S&Ps are up 14. Bitcoin, folks, off to the races again, and Bitcoin in a big way. Bitcoin up $1,422. You're trading out here at $16,388. Now, if you haven't test drove the Nadex platform, great time to do it. Come over to our website at TFNN. You'll see the banner on the right-hand side. You can hit the banner, bring up the platform. They'll put $25,000 of paper money into your account, and come Monday morning, you can be trading the spreads, the weekly spreads on Bitcoin, and you can see how this thing moves, how the platform works, and you can, bottom line, get used to how defined risk works. You know, on the Nadex platform, folks, you can trade the indices, you can trade the commodities, you can trade the currencies. Bottom line, the quotes are free. You can check it out. Do it in the demo account. The way that the spread works inside the Bitcoin is that it will open at 8 o'clock in the morning on Monday morning. It closes at 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Friday. And any time in between that, whether you're a bull or a bear, okay, you can sell it or buy it. You have defined risk. The way Bitcoin is moving right now, it's pretty cool. What I expect we're going to see out here is this. Let's bring this up for a second. Okay, so if we take a look at this, what we have, XBT. So right now, we have Bitcoin trading out at 16,360. Now, your last counter trend bounce, folks, did just over a 0.618 retracement of the move down. So what had happened with Bitcoin is this. Bitcoin got to highs at 19,500. That was on the December 18th. By the 22nd, it was down to 10,700. I mean, quite a move, right? We've gone sideways. What has just happened now is that you're coming into the high that was generated when it turned. And what I expect you're going to probably see Sunday night, you know, this thing's going to be higher, you know. So you can make a choice whether you're a bull or a bear. But if you want to see how defined risk works, this is going to be a great way to really get your head wrapped around that without risking any money. But what you can see is you can see how this actually works. You get used to the system. Then you get a whole different ball game that would be happening. So you just go to TFNN.com. You'll see on the right-hand side the Nadex banner. You can hit that banner and bring it up. Now, let's go into the dollar for a second, because the dollar, folks, this is approaching, and I expect what we're going to see out here is that it's going to be next week that we are going to approach the bottom of this whole range, and we'll find out very quickly if, in fact, do we have a very large ABC structure on the way down. What we have is this. So last January was the dollar index high. It was 103. We went straight down into September. We got to 90.990. You did a counter trend bounce, very anemic counter trend bounce. You only got to 95. Bottom line, how we come into this level, meaning at the 90.99, is a huge deal. If we come into this and you break it with volume, you get a monster ABC structure on the way down. Now, what we do have is this. You have some support at 88. And what 88 is the highs of 2008. 88 is the highs of 2010. That being said, bottom line, we'll see how it comes down first to your swing point. But the way the dollar's been trading, it looks like it wants to get into the swing point, the lowest swing point, number one. If it breaks it with volume, you get a price projection of 82, and that on a technical basis is doable. Why? Because when we came off the lows in 2014, we went from a price point of 78.90, and we never looked back until we got to 100. And what happens there is that when you go up that fast, you can come down just as fast. So it's going to be a big number watching this whole thing shake out. If we go into the gold contract, and now this is just the opposite correlation. You take a look at this gold contract. We bring this gold contract back. What you're going to see inside the gold market is just the opposite correlation. The opposite correlation would be this. Your highs in gold were generated in 2011. That was 1920. We came down. We hit a low in December of 2015. That low was 1046. This was a huge move when we moved in 2015, at the beginning of 2016. We went from a price point of the 1046 up to 1377. Then what we did is this, okay? We pulled back, and we pulled back to 1123 of December of 2016. Now, the move in 2017 wasn't bad, wasn't great. We went from 1123, and we went up to 1358. We couldn't take out the swing from the prior year of 1377. This would be the most important part of what we did then. We only pulled back, folks. We went from 1358 and we pulled back to 1236. We take off again, and what it looks like, number one, is that we're going to go after 1377, more than likely go after 1428. The reason I'm saying this is that your retracement was so light on the way back for the full year. We took off again. You're taking off with wide price spread. You have the volume behind the move. You have the dollar that's going south. And if that's the case, if we launch, just all you have to do is launch the 1377 mark. You launch that 1377 mark, this thing has a shot. First off, to get up to 1323. But the largest shot is to get up to $1,794. So it's a big number, because if we have the dollar index moving on down into those lower levels, the correlation is direct. If we go over to the euro and you take a look at the euro, what we have in the euro is this. The euro right now trading 120. This thing has been building cause to get up into this 139 to 140 area. It's a big number, man. You know, we're right now. We're at the hot. We're at a 120. What the 120 is this. It's just the opposite correlation of the dollar. The 120 to 123 are the lows of 2008, the lows of 2010. Well, that's 118. Actually, we're already into them. And the euro, the lows of 2012. You get into them, you get over them. All zero really has to do is, I can make the case it's only another penny. You get up another penny, guess what? That euro is going to be at 139. And what does that set up? That sets up higher commodity prices right across the board. Right across the board, that would be too. What we have had, we've had the copper market move really nice. You had the oil market move really nice. And we'll see how the softs do, meaning the soybeans, the corn, the wheat. But what you're going to get, that dollar goes south, they're all going north. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. We have the Dow Industrials right now trading at all-time highs, up 179. NASDAQ is up 45. S&Ps are up 14.5. We're coming right back.
No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow Industrials right now up 178. NASDAQ is trading up 45. S&Ps are up 14.5. And bottom line is that as we commit to this close out here, it looks like they're just going to jam it right into the close. Now, check this out. This is pretty intriguing. We're just talking about the gold contract and gold in general. Now, when you take a look at this, let's look at this for a second. So, GC. Because we've been in this gold market for a long time. And so what gold has done, folks, is this. Gold bottomed out in December 12th. That was 1238. Now, what's really strange is this, when I give you this statistic, okay, because I seem to remember bigger rallies than this, but evidently not in the aspect percentage-wise of what it's actually done. Because across the Bloomberg right now, they're saying that this rally, so check this out, that gold futures posted the longest winning streak in records going back more than 40 years, 4 decades. Bullion advanced for the 11th straight session as the gauge of the dollar headed for the 4th straight weekly loss. Pretty amazing. That's just over the top. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Dave White. And, of course, don't forget, Dave's got a great show here every trading day, folks, 2 to 3 Eastern Standard Time. Also has a couple great newsletters. He has the Path of Least Resistance as well as the Tech Insider. Now, what Dave has put together here for all his subscribers as well as the listeners at TFNN, you can come over, you can subscribe to either one of those newsletters, and what you're going to see right on the front page is that you're going to see short-term sector oscillator webinar. Dave's going to be doing a webinar. This is going to be on the 17th of January from 5 p.m. In fact, instead of going through this whole thing, now you can come over to our website at TFNN. You can sign up. Either one of those newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. We're going to let Dave tell you exactly what the short-term oscillator is all about. Dave White, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
How you doing, man?
Hey, it's a big week in technology, although I thought it was going to be kind of a quiet week. But
Yeah, so-
ended up being big news with Intel and some of these others.
It is. Let's talk about your webinar first, then we'll get into the tech. Tell us what you're doing in the webinar.
Okay. Well, we've talked forever about how we love the summation index and the McClellan oscillator. Unfortunately, it just doesn't work with stops efficiently. You have to go through heaven and hell with the thing. So I've always wanted something like that that worked especially well with sectors of the market and ETFs that we could look at that would give us a short-term view of it, or at least much shorter than the summation index. And that's kind of what I really decided to go with. And there's some fairly decent indicators. I've been working with machine learning for the last year, and I kind of stumbled onto this, and I just looked at it one day, and it kind of highly popped out. But you said it once, and that is there's 3 or 4 times a year when you're going to be able to make a lot of money. Right. And that's in the general market.
Right.
But in sectors, that occurs too. So I've got about 15 different sectors that I'm covering now, and I'm adding some every single day. But they'll give you an indication when everybody's giddy and when everybody's on the other side of the fence. And I've got these 15 sectors back to pretty much 2009. And they all work amazingly well, especially if you want to go long. They'll give you a little better, a little less indication if you want to go short. But it's amazing how many times these things pick the bottoms without looking at literally anything else. You found out when everybody was throwing the baby out with the bathwater.
And so, folks, you can be in this webinar. You can come over to our website at TFNN. You'll see he's right in the top of the carousel. You can take either one of his newsletters, both of them, 30 days money-back guarantee. You'll be in the workshop. And what Dave is doing right now is that these sectors are in the path of least resistance every day, right, Dave? Yes?
They are. And in fact, cool. The Tech Insider 2, the ones that apply to it, I kind of put it in those two.
Cool.
So when you get home and you see the Tech Insider tonight, you should be able to take a look at least at a couple of them.
It's a beautiful thing. So, tech news. Talk to me.
Well, of course, Intel, the big news this week, but probably bigger is just the over-the-top coverage that I think it had. And if we've got time, this may be worth spending 10 minutes on because it is fairly interesting and certainly going to impact the semiconductor business for a while, or at least that's what they're going to tell you.
Is it going to give more business or less business?
Well, if you believe them, everybody has to buy a new chip, which I don't.
Now, which one are we talking about? Are we talking about the Spectre, or are you talking about the Melt Up?
The Meltdown. Both of them are basically the same thing.
Isn't the Spectre a hardware issue versus that it only can be fixed with hardware versus software?
No, both of them can be fixed with software, at least from what we know today.
Okay.
So I wanted to talk about both of them and what actually is happening. What you have in these chips is basically an ability called speculative execution. And if I have to go over, let's forget about computers for a second. If I have to do something like go over and pick up a couple of boxes of plates one at a time, right? Pick up the plate, go back, put it over here, walk across the room, pick up the plate, go back over there. Well, there's a lot of repetitive kind of stuff like that happens in computers and processing.
Sure.
So what this thing does is says, okay, I see you're doing this and you've done it twice. I'm going to just assume you're going to have to do it again, and you're going to do it again, and you're going to do it again. And that happens a lot in programming. So the speculative execution just says, I'm going to use this little part of the processor over here that's just going to go ahead and do it anyway. And if you don't need it, I'm going to throw it away.
Okay.
Okay. So the whole thing revolves around these processors doing things that haven't been asked to be done, but that it thinks you probably have a high likelihood of doing. And it amazingly sped up processors and been in almost all of them since 1995. So you've got this thing. Now, part of the idea is that you can use this to get in and look at memory that doesn't belong to you, i.e. there's each process on a computer, like a program, has its own memory, and the processor itself is supposed to defend that memory for you. But since the speculative execution is in the chip, these guys have found kind of a sneaky way after 20 years to kind of take a look at the memory where it's not supposed to be looking at it. So what you had was Google kind of, they've got they spend almost $1 billion a year in a thing called Zero, just looking for these kind of things. So we'll talk about this when we come back.
Awesome. Stay right there, folks. Man, Dave White, we're going to walk us through, bottom line, what's going on with these chips. Dow Industrials up 184, NASDAQ up 47, S&P's up 14.5. We're coming right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. If you haven't tried David White's daily trading newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, then this month is your perfect opportunity. On January 17th at 5 p.m., Dave will be hosting a special subscriber webinar where he'll be presenting on the newest feature in his newsletter, short-term sector charts that work on both the madness and wisdom of crowds. Join Dave on January 17th as he describes the method he uses to recognize these signals on a sector-by-sector basis, and as he discusses how he used this new tool to buy the gold miners in their seemingly darkest hour in December. And all new subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. If you're a trader scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity, then now is a great time to sign up for the Path of Least Resistance. For all the information and for details on Dave's subscriber event taking place January 17th, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dave White, Tom O'Brien, we do appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, you have the Dow Industrials up 152. Nasdaq's up 50. S&Ps are up 15.5. We are talking chips, flaws, software, all the above. Okay, so where are we at?
Well, I was going to say Google spends upwards of $1 billion a year looking for flaws in software, in not only their in their software, but in other people's hardware that they use. So 6 months ago, late summer, they kind of figured out that maybe this would be possible, but they didn't know exactly how it would be done, and they just started to work on it. They figured out a fairly decent way to do it somewhere around, I'm going to say, end of October. And quietly, Intel, Microsoft, the Red Hat guys, a handful of other people, Apple, everybody that's in the industry got together and said, this is how we're going to fix it. And in fact, up to a week ago, the patches were going to come out on Patch Tuesday, which is next Tuesday on Microsoft, the second and fourth Friday or Thursday, no, second and fourth Tuesdays of each month, they have what's called Patch Tuesday. All these patches were just going to come out. But there was an embargo. A handful of newspapers knew it, but someone leaked it to a website called The Register. And the interesting thing about The Register is here's the tagline in their logo: biting the hand that feeds IT. They actually print all the rumors and stuff that most mainstream kind of places wouldn't do. Someone called up that was a little upset that they didn't get enough time with Intel from the Linux community, called up and ratted them out in England, and these guys went ahead and printed it a week early. So almost all the solutions for this issue were almost out there, but someone went ahead and dumped on them. And before anybody could get moving on it and really counteract any of the inaccuracies that were out there, this thing kind of snowballed. More interestingly to me is that both Amazon Web Services and Google have already said that they patched everything already. Their machines are up and already fixed. Google said that, there was another article that someone put out that said that it was slowed down the computers 15 to 30%. Google says that all of its patch machines now are running within the range of 0 to 1.5% slower. So basically unnoticeable. So what we've had is kind of a pre-release that got out of hand, and everybody's speculating, and very few people really know anything about what they're speculating in this. It is a vulnerability. It isn't something that was great. It's something that they've had to fix. But man, I've seen people go over the top on news stories. For technologies, normally this stuff gets stamped out very quickly. This one, every time someone would say something, someone would just throw more mud at Intel's way. And amazingly enough, this is not a problem just for Intel. It's a problem from everybody, including Apple, AMD, ARM processors, Apple iPhones would be at risk. So it's not just one company. It's literally everybody's designed their chips like this since
That's interesting because that was the first big public release that Intel was saying that, hey, this is everyone. This is just not me.
I if someone didn't have a bunch of puts coming into Tuesday on Intel or something, and because they were really pushing this story, and the Register has continued to push it as
well.
Intel,
It's a big story. I mean, it's a big story anyway. I mean, you know, if they knew 6 months ago and they all knew it's a big story. It's definitely a big story. I mean, security is the biggest deal out here.
Yeah, but it's kind of like saying I'm going to go to the moon. I'm not going to do it tomorrow. There may be a flaw. We may even know how to get to the moon.
Well, I wouldn't agree with that because the difference is that hacking is a huge deal. My understanding is that they all knew about it. They can get in. You can get passwords. So I mean, I can understand why people are upset. It's
Well, the answer is sort of. They were able to do it with extraordinary help of engineers that built the chip. And
no, I understand that. I get that.
The fact that they had literally hardware. They had the hardware sitting on their desk. Now I'm a hacker trying to hack Amazon Web Services or Google. I don't have that. I've got to reset their machines, reinstall their BIOS, everything from afar. Now maybe one day they get that good or they find a way around it. But I mean, this is one of these things where it could have been a problem, but it wasn't. No one's ever done anything to actually show this outside of a lab, and without the help of engineers that actually design these chips, they wouldn't have been able to do it. So, I mean, this one is kind of pretty far down the line. They were just looking at this thing going, okay, it's a potential issue. We're going to work on it. And we're going to come out. And we were that close to publishing all of the patches on it. And then somebody leaks the story a week before.
I'm not gonna feel bad for those companies, Dave. I mean, I don't understand the aspect, but I get what you're saying.
To me, if it had gone one more week and the patches came out, this would have been a story that lasted 15 minutes and it would have been over.
Yeah. Well, I guess they should have made it quicker if they knew about it 6 months ago. So. Well, we'll find out where it shakes out.
Yeah, you got Intel, though, who has to basically publish these for and through Microsoft. So you got a lot of people kind of having to choreograph the release of these new things. So I'm going to say that I'll take the opposite side of this, that they knew about a potential problem that no one knew about. They worked on it and came up with a fairly decent solution, and they were getting ready to roll out, and someone just got mad that they weren't getting attention and decided to blab the story a week early.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be interesting that, when the thing come out is that, that Apple has a problem too. It's kind of interesting because technically, my God, Apple's up $2 right now. So I guess the market's not paying attention to that either, right?
I think everybody was certain that everything was going to go to hell in a handbasket until Google and both Amazon said that they had fixes, and literally it wasn't slowing down their machines at all, because that was the Tuesday article that the machines were going to be slowed down 15 to 30%, and it was the end of the world. And Google saying, for some reason, no one wanted to believe Intel, and it's not like Intel's been saying and stating a pack of lies every week for the last year or something.
No, they get a great brand. No, there's no doubt.
It'd been different if they'd sold 20 different stories. To me, the guys that got off easy on this was Apple, because they would have been the story this week for the battery issue. So
yeah, well, what about that battery issue? That's pretty intense, man.
It is, and I'm thinking that it's all been the last 3 days of Intel in this, the thing I'm looking at is the French actually going after executives in France for Apple and talking about criminal charges. So
yeah, stay right there.
Take the story.
Dave and I are coming right back. And folks, as you're in the break, you come over to our website at TFNN, get one of Dave's newsletters, go to his webinar next week. Stay right there. Dave and I are coming right back. Dow's up 212, Nasdaq's up 58, S&P's are up 18.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dave White, Tom O'Brien, we do appreciate your growling and prowling with us. Dow up at 213, Nasdaq's up 57, as S&Ps are up 18.5. So the executives at Intel must be scratching their heads saying, man, what am I going to do next time, right? Seriously, right? I mean, it's pretty intense that, it's not as big a deal as I would say most of us think it was probably, right?
Well, remember the last time we had a big bubble in the .com thing? What was the biggest thing on New Year's Day? It was Y2K.
Yeah.
And what happened? A whole lot of nothing.
Yeah, nothing, right. Wow.
So
yeah.
I think we're in that bubble period where there's all these kind of doom and gloom things where it's kind of easy on a week where there's not much happening to really get something rolling. And unless something happens, basically the press continues to roll on it. I wanted to talk about this Ingenious Watt in the last little seconds we have left here.
Okay.
This is a company that is talked about wireless charging, and I'm not talking about putting your phone close to a pad or anything. Literally being able to be 50 feet away and have your phone charged wirelessly.
Yes.
This company got FCC approval, huge spike in the price, but FCC approval only means that you're not interfering with somebody else's product or TV or radio.
The airwaves, exactly. Right.
Doesn't mean your product works. And I'm just going to say that everybody, if you want to be skeptical about something, there's a lot to be skeptical in this one. When it popped, the insiders sold everything on the 27th of December.
Oh, man.
So be very careful about this. Extraordinary claims need extraordinary proof, and so far they've given none.
And so they're claiming that you can put the phone down almost anywhere in your house, right? And it's going to be recharged, right?
Yes, but they haven't shown it working.
Gotta love it.
Yep.
Dave, thanks so much. Really appreciate it, man. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it, step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Have a great weekend, safe weekend. Look forward to speaking to you right back here, Monday morning, 9 o'clock. Wow! Go get them, folks.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com.